Greetings, Flosstube. It's Cindy. This is the Scrappy Chick, and today is Flosstube number 16. It is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. I have to think about it for a minute. Even though I write that date all day long and I'm in and out of calendars all day. No idea. I have to think about it. Greetings. Hope you guys have had a good month. Sorry. Cheers to you. It's been a whirlwind. We'll do a little life update. My granddaughter started 3rd grade. That was very exciting. I sent her off a little care package with some new books. She is super interested in reading more chapter books at this point. So I sent a selection of various things that she could start a collection of if she likes any of them. So that was her. Her mom is back to school, back to teaching math. She teaches calculus and I don't know, some other math. Couldn't tell you. And she's also the dancing boot coach. That's exciting. Her husband is the wrestling coach and teaches history in the same high school. My eldest son, nothing new there. He is still the music director at his church in Manhattan and still the, we'll call him manager of the specialty pharmacy in New Jersey, where he lives. My youngest daughter has decided to go back to teaching school. I don't remember if I said anything about that the other day or not. She had gotten into banking. She had started teaching right before COVID and just became very disillusioned with not being able to be there for the children, not feeling as if she could get them to where they needed to be for their AP classes. She was at that point teaching AP chemistry and honors chemistry. So she's been in banking for a few years and decided to go back. And she found a position that she's very happy with the school. They don't have an AP chemistry class yet. So she's doing honors chemistry and physical science. So she's excited by that. Her husband's still flying, still working his way up. And then my youngest son has gone back to waiting tables, still debating all the, should I go in the military? Should I go back to school? Should I? That's that youngest generation. My baby's 21. We have had some not great news from more than one member of our family. I won't share anything about that right now, but just some upsetting news. Some has been okay, some has not been okay, some we don't really know about yet. But there's just been a lot of tension, anxiety in the house, wondering, waiting, worrying about everybody. So I won't say that's exactly why I've been gone for a month, because I'm kind of guilty of it a lot, but we have had a lot going on as well. We are going to the beach in about 2 weeks. It's going to be a big old family thing. Not my immediate family as in my children, but my parents, his parents. It's going to be fun. So it's, going to be hanging with the old people. We're looking forward to that. Just chilling at the campground, cooking a lot, playing cards. It'll probably be too cool to lay out, but we'll try. We'll definitely try. So that's kind of life in a nutshell right there. And work is still work. It is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't retire yet. One of these days I will. So let's get on to why we're here. And that is the cross stitch. Instead of starting with finishes today, one of my finishes is sharing a bag with a whip. So I'm going to do those after new starts because I have quite a few of those. So I saw you guys about 5 weeks ago. And since then, I have a number of new starts. And these are in no particular order. These are just what has popped up as I have pulled bags from various spots and ironed them. First up is Maximum Cross Stitch, September's Return. And this is a contemporary sampler, like not a reproduction, but a contemporary sampler. And this is for Sampler September. Evertote did a collaboration and did a box, and it has the pattern from Maximum Cross Stitch. It has all kinds of cool things. It has a bag from Evertote, a mini bag, which hops right in there. And then the pattern, the fabric, which is Pantone, Pantone, I don't know. It's honestly, the handwriting is not the best, so I'm not sure what that says, to tell you the truth. I hate it. Let's see if it's on the pattern. Panettone, that's what it is. So I got a pretty good start on this the other night, and it has been my work stitch all week. And that's where I'm at on that. I think those little hills with the acorns and leaves and maybe apples, tomatoes, corn. I'm not really sure what they all are, but I think it's just precious with the little houses. So that is where I am on that. And I'll show you the floss again. Show better holding it on something. It's all Roxy Floss Co. Super exciting. Very fun. That also came with some other stuff on, and I'll show you that when I get to my haul, instead of interrupting in the middle of the actual cross stitch. So that one is September's Return. And again, that one has been my car stitch all week. This one was meant to be my car stitch, and I forgot to take it with me the other day, and was working on it at night, and it got pushed under some books, so I dug it back up today. This one is very exciting. My friend Laura, Textile Crafts, as you may know, if you follow her as well, she does have an Instagram as well as a Flosstube, and she has been designing patterns. She did one for winter, Christmas last year, a couple at Valentine's, and then she has done her first release of paper patterns or paper charts for this last Needlework Expo, and I have all 4 of those to show you. This is the one that I started on. This is Autumn Leaf. This one is Fall Acorn. I love that one. I almost started on that one, but it's such heavy stitching, and I knew I had a couple of other new starts, so I thought I would start something a little lighter for right now. Coffee and tea. And I have a coffee bar. I'm a big coffee drinker, so I want to do the coffee one. My house is very neutral, but I do have pops of red in there, so I think I want to get maybe some red silk, a really variegated, or maybe some cottage garden thread if they have a really pretty variegated. Actually, they do, because I'm using it on a different project. So if I have leftover of that, that's probably what I'm going to stitch the coffee in. And then Fall Spool. And this is honestly probably one of my favorites of all of them. The colors are so pretty. It just was not drawing me like one of the fall ones, because I also got 2 skeins of the Pirate and Robin floss, which she charted. Let me find it. Fall Acorn is charted in the Pirate and Robin. It's called Dark Copper. And that is the floss. It has some blues, greens, kind of purpley copper. So pretty. Very fun. But I kept thinking, wouldn't that be fun on the autumn leaves? So that's what I did. And I'll probably still use it on the Fall Acorn. But like I said, this one was kind of just calling to me because I thought it would be a relatively quick stitch. And I started this the other night with the intentions of taking this to work. So I would have both of them to choose from and do some work on this week. And sat it down, and the book that I finished the other night got sat on it in my new book. And anyway, it kind of got lost in the pile until today. I was like, what on earth did I do with that? But this is using the Pirate and Robin, the dark copper. Those colors are so pretty. I love it. The pattern is stitching really, really nicely. It's got a great flow to it. I love it so far. Her patterns are I can't show you, but her patterns are super easy to read. So the pattern is 70 by 70, but she's got it printed on the whole inside. So it's very large. It's in color. And then the symbols are just super easy to read. So great job, Laura. I think you just knocked it out of the park with your first release, or your first big release at Marketplace. So I'm so proud of you, girl. And I'm excited to be stitching these. So that one is, again, Autumn Leaves. And one of the reasons it won is I had just made some of these bags, and I thought, ooh, that Pirate and Robin just goes perfect with that. So I wanted it to live in there. All right, so that is that one. Let me put that aside, and I'm going to actually make sure I put that in my car tonight so it can go to lunch with me tomorrow at work. I seem to always have quality stitching time for, a small break and the lunch break. So I try to take something with me to work on. All right, next. So this has been the ongoing I want to restart. If you guys remember, I had started Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow last year. And I started it on Hazelwood. Started with this one. And the colors are very not vibrant. And on that fabric, it just, I was not loving it. And I had seen Memphis Sarah doing hers on purple. And I thought, ooh, that'd be fun. And I started talking to my friend Joni, and she was also thinking purple, and she was going to wait and start hers in September. And even though I was kind of itching to start it, I had so many other things that I said, okay, I'm going to wait and we're going to start it together. So we both did at the beginning of September. I think I started mine on the 2nd or 3rd. Maybe actually it may have even been the day before September. It may have been August 31st. I think we both got a jump on it. But I decided this time to start in the middle. And I am doing this. There's the project bag it lives in, by the way. I am doing this on fabric that I dyed. It started as, don't even remember. It started as Mystic Fabric, something. It was a really pretty pale lavender color, and I just kind of bumped it up a few notches to get a little bit brighter. And since I'm starting on the cauldron, it has lots of bright orange in the middle, so it's already making me very happy because I don't know if you can really see how purple it is. It's a little bit gray, but it's definitely purple. And the oranges and the yellows. Oops, that's upside down. Excuse me. Those are flames coming from the bottom. But it's making me happy. I like the bright colors. And I'm excited to get to the witch's arms with the green. And yeah, very, very fun. I don't know that I will, attempt to get this done in a year or anything. This may be an ongoing stitch like I'm doing with the Shores of Hawthorne Hollow. That's a 4-year project, which I'll talk about in a minute. Here are part of the colors. That's what I had put on the floss ring for my first start of it. And so far, I'm using all the same colors that are in that, plus that one. And as I start to add new colors, I'll just add them to the ring. There are probably about 3 times that many total. It's quite a few. But I'm just tickled to death with it on the purple. Again, upside down. Oh my God. There we go. I need to get a witch in so I can remember which way it goes. But anyway, that one's been very fun, very exciting. I've been dying to get back to that one. And then my last new start, since I've seen you guys, this was a planned start. And this is The Greatest of These Faith. And this is a stitch along. It's being hosted, again, by my friend Laura Textile and by my friend Hannah, the Pokey Needle. And we're going to do all 3 of them. They're going to do all 3 of them. I may do all 3. They're going to do them over the course of the year. So we'll see. And I decided for once not to change anything. I'm not changing the colors. I'm not changing the fabric. I ordered it all as is off 1, 2, 3 stitch, which is something I very, very rarely do. But I'm pleased with it so far. I do remember why I tend to not get a lot of 40 count. And it's not even about the holes in my eyesight. Part of it is I need to have good light for that. But part of it is I have to have a good needle. I was trying to use a cheap, I don't know, DMC or whatever happened to be in my needle box, and that was not working. So I was looking for my 28 count pony needles, and they were just too something. I'm not sure what. And I love those. I love the 24s and 26s. The 28 is working very well for me on a different project. I forget what it is. But I finally found I still had some Bowen needles, and that made all the difference in the world on that 40 count because it's a very tight weave. That's where I'm at so far. I've got most of the little urn done, and I'm going to work my way up with the flowers. And those are the called for colors. Not what I normally would gravitate to, but again, I thought it was just fun. I think the patterns are really pretty. I liked the last grouping that she did as well, but had never started on them, so I decided since my friends were stitching this, I was going to jump in with them and join them. So that is that one, and that one is living in that project bag. And I do have, I'm going to do a project bag update or a shop update at the end. I put it on Instagram the other day. I did a little reel, and I'm going to tag that on to the end. But there are a couple of, that one and that rust color one as well, still in the shop. Okay, so that is it for new starts. Let me get a sip of my drink, and then we're going to do finishes, full finishes, and finishes. Actually, I'm going to put you on pause while I go get my full finish. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is Honey of a Tiny Town. I finished this one. I stitched it all last late summer, early fall, and got it finished, but I never had fully finished it. So I actually even had it on the mat board and everything. I have no idea why I didn't glue it down. Maybe because of the ribbon, because I still really struggled. I did have a long piece, which I stained. And I'm not sold on that yellow ribbon, but I cannot find a good gold ribbon. And I think I want to actually add, I was noticing this yesterday, it's on my shelf. I think I want to add another couple little sunflowers in there. But overall, I'm tickled with it. I wanted to get it up before the end of bee season, before I decorate for fall, which will be in the next week or so. Possibly this weekend, actually, if we can find time. But that was my full finish. I have a whole pile I need to do. I did get one done, so I'm proud of myself for just getting one done. But I do have two other finishes since I've seen you. And one is, I don't think I showed this last time. I think I finished this a few days after my Flosstube. I know I've shown it on Instagram. This is Botanical Study number 1 from Petal Pusher, Barbie Petal Pusher. And I love it. Love it on the purple. I love the colors in it. Those are all Weeks Dye Works. And it's stitched on a purple. This is Reese, I believe, from, don't remember. I'm blanking on it. I have it in my notes. If anybody's curious what the fabric is, I do have it in my notes. I keep up with all that. I'm just really bad at remembering things if they're not written down. But I think the colors turned out really, really fun. And this is kind of what I was thinking about putting it on, doing some mat board behind it, doing some bows or something. But I honestly think it's too big, so I may cut it down. I have no idea. But that's that one. And then my other finish, this one I actually got done in just a couple of weeks. So I was very excited at myself for this one. And this is Botanical Bee. I don't even think I had started this. This might be a start and a finish since I've seen you guys. That's from Hands On Design. When I had gone down to her class in June, I picked up a couple of patterns, and this was one. And I think it turned out so pretty. I ended up using Cottage Garden threads for this. They're the same ones I am using for the Liz Matthews pattern, which is why I wanted to kind of jump it all into here together. There's a few that did not get used. I didn't use Anastasia or Honesty or that one. That is what I used right there. So if anybody wants that conversion, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to share it. And it's on that pretty aqua. Again, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I believe it was a fabric from Barefoot Needle Art because that's where I kitted it up. But I'm tickled to death with that. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Let me show you one more time. Close up. The extra stitches are what really make that piece. The back stitches, the long stitches. So pretty. I don't know if you can see it that well in this light. I have no good light in my house anywhere. But anyway, I am tickled to death with that one. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to put that aside. But while we're on the bees, in that same bag is A Buzz at Midnight. And this is from Hello from Liz Matthews. And I have fallen in love with this from last year when Bridget stitched this as the model. And absolutely adored it. And I'm not a big blue fan, like a royal blue. And it's kind of on a denim-y blue. It's almost a purple tint to it. So I definitely did a purple. And this one I also picked up at Barefoot Needle Arts is Lavender Tea from Under the Sea. And I'm doing a 36 count. And that's where I've gotten to. Part of the side border. I think the threads are turning out really fun. Again, that's the Cottage Garden threads. I had done the conversion while I was down there because I thought that would be super fun. And I'm loving the flowers. I can't wait to get to the beehive. But I think I want to keep doing the flowers before I start on the beehive. But that one has been a very fun stitch. I put it aside for the last couple of weeks, but I was working hot and heavy on that for a while. That's in that bag. So that's all my bees. And I am doing those for the It was an August stitch along. Hannah the Pucky Needle, and it's Bring on the Bees. So those two were for that. All right, next. I run out of room. I'm sorry. All right, next up is another stitch along, and this one is the Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. This is the one I was saying we're doing over 4 years. We started at Leap Day, and then we're going to complete it by the next Leap Day. This was March, April, May, and June. And then this is July, August, September, and October. And I hate to say, I really did not get that caught up. I had shown this, I think, last time, and I really haven't done that much more on it. I did get that top finished. I'm working some more on that roof right there, and then getting ready to go down on the house. But I love it. It's definitely a fun stitch. I'm hoping to get my September caught up in the next couple of weeks. Or I may just wait till the end of September and go ahead and knock out September and October all at one time. That's all the colors for that. Love, love, love. I'm stitching that on 32 count persimmon from Fiber on a Whim, and all of the threads are DMC. I'm doing 2 over 2. And that one is living in that bag. All right. So there's that one. Oh, and I'm sorry. That one is from Carriage House Samplings. Did I say that on the last one? Hands on Design. I did. Okay. Just making sure. I kind of lose my mind sometimes. All right. Next. Put my pile over here so I don't have to keep stepping out of frame. Next up is the Dudley Aquarium Sal. And I was almost caught up. I was never completely caught up because each release every week was about 1,000 stitches. So in order to get other things done too, I just don't have that much stitching time. I always seem to be about 1 release behind or 2 releases behind. Then I kind of almost catch up again, and then there would be another release. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I didn't give up. I just started on bees and fall, and I wanted to kind of move on, and I'll come back to this next summer. I have done a little bit more since you guys saw this last. Not a lot. I think I worked on it 2 or 3 days maybe since you guys saw it last. So all that coral is done. This got done. I think all this coral is done right here. And this little dude, he's still my favorite. I haven't done any of the back stitching. And I started working on this guy right here. So I think I've got 4 or 5 releases maybe out of like 13 or 14. So it's not terrible. Not terrible. But I love the way it's turning out on that fabric. I am thrilled to death with it. I'm definitely not going to abandon it. It's just, you know, again, kind of out of season. And I may take it down with me to the beach and work on it there, because that would be very appropriate. We'll see. I don't know. Next stitch along, I feel like all I'm doing is stitch alongs. Anybody else? Actually, the next 2 are both stitch alongs. This one is the Tier 3 Artsy Housewife from July. I think it was July. And we all started this in August. And this is Within a Dream. And I have worked some more on this since you guys have seen it. I added the leaves. I came down on here a little bit, started in on the raven. I think I may have been all the way down here. So I'm almost to the bottom there. I'm about 2/3 down. There's just a couple more rows or chunks of the flowers that go below there. And across the top. So I think I'm a little over 25% done. That's not terrible, but it's a perfect fall stitch. Again, I just put it aside for a couple weeks so I could work on something different. And that's the flosses for that. Also from Roxy Floss Co. It was not charted in this. This was a conversion from Carolyn, but I absolutely had to. Love, love, love. So that's been a very fun stitch. That is a scrappy bag that I made for that one. Put that one aside, and I have one more whip to show you. All right. And that is American Welcome. My last stitch along I'm working on right now. Or at least that I'm keeping up with. This is one that a few friends and I started together, and we have a bunch of people that are joining us. We divided this into 12 different months to make it more manageable. I think each month is about 1,300 stitches, so that's not terrible at all. Because on one that's this big, especially with all that water, this is just like constant, or not constant, this is all, it's like a full coverage situation down there. So it takes a minute. But if you break it up, it's not so bad. Not bad at all. This is where I am. I had, since I saw you guys, I've added quite a bit on this one. It doesn't really look like it, but I finished out this house and carried the water over this way and the hill the rest of the way over this way. I'm kind of trying to work towards the edge, I think, so I can go up and work on the flowers and then either swing back around or go back this way. I don't know. It'll give me some options. But I love it. That is with Color and Cotton. My first time using that. The colors are very vibrant. Really pretty. Absolutely loving it. Here's the colors, in fact. Those are the called for. Very happy that I ended up using those. And then this was the project bag that one's living in. All right, so that's all the whips. Next, haul. I guess we'll do haul. Let me get some of this out of the way. So, the sampler September that I was talking about, that was the Evertote bag and the pattern from Maximum Cross Stitch. And they also, excuse me, teamed up with another bag from them. This all was in that kit. Another little bag. They teamed up with Timber Yarns. And I absolutely love this. It's so pretty. I still need to actually learn how to knit. I was going to do the Tiger Lily beanie along. I have all the stuff for that, and at some point teach myself to knit and then move on to socks, because this is figured out for socks. Love it, love it, love it. Cannot wait to learn how to do that. So that's living in the cute little bag. So that was a very fun box to get. I was very excited by that one. Hang on. Okay, sorry. So speaking of Evertote, I also, while I was at it, they still happen to have Caroline's birthday box. Had to do it. Had to do it. That has another Artsy Housewife in it. Weeds and Wildflowers. I love this one. I'm dying to jump in on this, but I think I started 3 things in August and 3 so far in September. And there's 3 or 4 more I want to start right now. And this is one of them. I obviously can't do all of them. Absolutely love it. And then I chose 32 instead of 40 for the linen. And this is Buttercup. Super pretty light yellow. And then the Roxy Gloss that goes with it. Really pretty. Love, love, love. Let's see what else came in that. We got some candy. Fun Dip. And little Smarties. We got some Sew-Mate thread cutters. And a really pretty needle minder. Love that. Very pretty. So that was the other box that I wanted to kind of, unbox and share with everybody, because that is super fun. And I hate that I have not had a chance to start on that one yet. Too many things I want to do. Okay, so I also had gotten, I will put these here. I ordered 2 patterns from Witchy Stitcher. Here's one. I don't remember the name of either of these. And here's the other. And I did get the stuff, and this is the reason I got it. Cottage Garden Thread, since I've been really into them lately, has been popping up on my Instagram, and they had an ad for the Halloween pack for that one pattern, and I couldn't stand it. I had to have it. So pretty. I had ordered some gray fabric from Barefoot Needle Art, but I think it's way too dark. I don't think that's going to show up. I haven't tried doing a couple stitches, but pretty sure that's not going to show up. I need a lighter gray. So I thought I would get clever and dye my own, but I wanted it that kind of purpley gray. And I had a light purple and went to add some gray to it and a teeny bit more purple. And it's still pretty dark. It's definitely lighter. Might show up on that. Not sure. Haven't played around with it. And then the threads for the other one, I have not put these on floss drops yet. But those may show up on that for sure. Or even on the other one for that matter. But I'm super excited for both of those. I'm going to start both of those. Those are living in my Hey Boo project folder. I don't even know which one I'm going to start both because I want to work on both of them like right now. I want to work on weeds and wildflowers right now. I still want to start my Mirabilia right now. I can't do all these things. This is killing me. I also got my month one for the Denim and Daisies quilt along from Fig Tree Quilts. So that was exciting. It's put away. I'm not going to grab that out right now. And I got the rest of the fabric that I need to make my mother-in-law's pansy quilt for her birthday. I will show that once I have part of it pieced. It's all cut and ready to go, but nothing to really show right now. I don't think I have any other plans. I do want to keep working on Halloween. I would like to find time to get out my Goody Grimwood and finish that because I still am in love with that one. And I had started some other ones last year. I started I can't remember what they're called. They're from Brenda Gervais, the little trick-or-treaters. I don't remember what they're called. It's got like a cat and a witch. Pumpkin. Very cute. Anyway, that's another plan. Hopefully I'll have time for that. And then also I have a winner for you from last time. And I still haven't heard from Rivenhain on the project bag. So dude, hit me up if you want that. You want it. I'm going to reach out to you and give you until next Flosstube. Otherwise I'm going to give it away to somebody else. And then last time I had said I was going to pull a name for, oh my gosh, I can't get to it. The Liz Matthews A Buzz at Midnight. And I had one comment that had the keyword, which was buzz, and that is Hannah J4265. So, Hannah, I will reach out to you and figure out how to get the digital, like if I just need to email her to email it to you, or I don't know. I don't know how that works. We're going to figure that one out. But congratulations on that. You have won that digital chart. I am, by the way, 7 subscribers away from 1,000. Super close. I have a couple of patterns to give away from Textili. So I'm going to wait and do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I will throw something else to that mix as well. So if you watch me but you've never subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe to get me over that little hump there. I've been sitting at like 900 for a while, nine something. If you watch the video and you like it, give me a thumbs up. That's awesome. Leave me a comment. I always love the comments. I'm usually pretty fast at responding for the first few days, and then I tend to take a few days after that. So I apologize, but you know, work happens and I forget to check constantly. But I do respond to each and every one of you, and I love your comments. So yep, please consider subscribing. Please give me a like, a thumbs up. I love it all. And happy stitching until I see you again next time. I don't know that I'll get one in before the beach. I'm going to try. And if not, then I will do one as soon as I get back. But anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I'm hoping to get some stitching time in and major quilting time because I need to work on my mother-in-law's quilt. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the stitch, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Hey, it's the Scrappy Chick. I have a shop update for you guys. There's a few new things in there that have kind of laid low because I haven't done a video, and then a couple more that are going up here in the next couple of hours. So let me start with the brand new ones first. I have Christmas or winter, whichever you want to call it. This is the Robin Pickens line, Winterly. Absolutely love it. I've been waiting for this to come out at my shop for forever. There's the inside of that one. But I couldn't decide if I liked the white background better for the trees or the black. So I did both. I've also got this one. So this is the black background, a little bit darker looking. Same on the back. And then the inside continues with the darker theme. I love them both. I don't know which I like better. Like I said, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, but then I don't even know which one I want to keep. I want to keep one of them, but I really don't know which one I want. But I will have at least 5 of each of those. I will have one more of the one I don't decide to keep, but I haven't decided which that is yet. So I'll be listing to begin with 5 of each of those. And those are the top fold. I have another top fold. This is Tulip Pink. The cute little hedgehogs. Oh my God, they're precious. With that pinky purple and like yellowy green. I love it. Most of these are ready to assemble and not completely done. Only take me just a little bit to put it all together. Everything's ready except I didn't put the pom-poms on all of them. I didn't know if you guys would like pom-poms or not. I thought they were kind of fun. So I am going to have 3 listed with no pom-poms. And then if you want pom-poms, it's going to be an option. It won't be any more. But I think they're kind of cute. But I wasn't really sure. So that's the front of that one, back of that one. And the inside has those awesome, fun polka dots from Roar. I forget what the line is that has the hedgehogs. They're both Tulip Pink, but I'm totally blanking on that one. Besties, friends, beasties, little beasties, something like that. And then these are all on the top fold. If you haven't seen me show this before, these will sit up on your table. And you've got the little pen attached so that you can look at your pattern. I'm not going to open the pattern. That would be bad. But you can see your pattern. It also has a place, hang on, right beside there to put a floss ring. And I do include the little bonus plain floss ring. I do not include a chart. I include the clip and the floss ring. So that is the Tulip Pink one. And again, I have 3, possibly 4 of those. The ones that I had just put up, and I didn't have much of this fabric. I really wanted one for me, but it's very similar to one I already have, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep one or not, because I've only got 2 of this. And I think that is so pretty. It's a Deb Strain line, I believe. Enchanted, no, it's not Enchanted Virus. That's the other one. I cannot remember the name of this line, but I love it. I think it's really pretty. Got the corals and the aquas and a little bit of green in there. And again, there are 2 of those. And all of those top folds will stand and hold your chart up. And then for the side folds, I have, this was a line, it's a moda line, and I don't remember what it is. Slow Stroll, Slow Stroll, Slow Walk, something like that. And again, there's 2 colorways. And I really liked them both. I love that rust. Very, very fall looking. And there's the inside of that one. But then they also had the plum, kind of plum and mauve, which I thought was really, really pretty for fall. I've confiscated one of these for myself. I just love it. And I have those really pretty rose gold zippers that pick up that kind of coppery. You can't really see it, but it's kind of got that coppery goldish type color in the acorns. So I have a couple of each of those. I've also got Dandy Duo, and this is a Robin Pickens line. I fell in love with this fabric. I had never seen it at my local store, and I haven't been scouring online like I used to. But I saw this, I don't know where, I saw it on Instagram or something maybe, as a quilt, and had to have it. And I've got the orange zippers. I do have one with a yellow zipper as well. There are some yellow little bits in the dandelions there. So there are both of those. And again, that's Dandy Duo. And then I have 2 of these, but they're not alike, so they're listed separately. This is Enchanted Forest, and it's got, look at that cute little fox and that little rabbit. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the raccoon. Can't even hardly see him. One of them has the mushroom interior with little foxes. And the other one has like the deer and then the little foxes. But the outside's exactly the same. Too cute. And to me, even though these are kind of winter colors, it's kind of fall looking too. But Enchanted Forest. And then also in that line, there were these cute little, like, gnomes, I guess. She's my favorite. But I only had bits and pieces of this fabric. I did not have a lot of it. I had gotten, I think, a fat quarter bundle at some point and just never done anything with it. And that one has the mushroom on the inside and then also the fox on the pockets. So that's it for this week. I do have plans for the next couple of weeks. I have more Halloween coming at you at some point. I have the other Halloween, what was that called? Hey Boo. A couple of patchworks going up in that one at some point soon. I had a request for the Old Glory in this style fold, and I have enough, I think, to do a couple more of those. If anyone's interested, hit me up. I found some more of the pansy fabric. Someone had asked about that. So also hit me up if you're interested in that. I have stuff to make. And then I have another Tula Pink line. Actually I have two more lines, but I think I'm dying to work on one of them next. But anyway, so other stuff will be coming soon. In the meantime, you got plenty to go look at. And thanks so much for all of you guys who have supported me. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon on Flosstube. I'll tag this on to the end of my Flosstube that I hope to film either tonight or tomorrow. Thanks.